back to Central Valley today, and happy Wine Wednesday. So it's perfect. We have Lori Budd here with us again today, and we're tasting some wines with some history and some sort of smaller boutique-y wines. So what did you bring with us for us today?
I have two separate wines for you. I have Marin's Vineyard, and Marin Welgamat is like 600 cases.
That's so tiny.
I know. And this wine actually won Best of Class in the Orange County, 97 points, double gold medal. And then I have Epic, the Estate Red Blend, and both of these amazing women. This winemaker is Jordan Fiorentini. She's been to Italy, she's been everywhere, and her first wine, her first vintage of this wine, actually made the top 25 list in Wine Spectator. Like, you can't start off better than that, right?
Okay, so these are both female winemakers. Both from Paso, right?
Both from Paso.
All right. Why is Paso such a, great wine region?
Well, the region itself is amazing because although we have very hot days in Paso, at night it's called diurnal shift. So it's the difference of day heat versus nighttime temperature. And it's so dramatic. Like, it can be 105 during the day and then drop down to like 40 or 50 at night. And what that does is allow the fruit to ripen, but then at night it gets to cool down. So during the day the fruit is like, oh my gosh, it's so hot. But then at night it's like, I can chill and relax. So we get our fruit to be perfectly ripened when we get to harvest.
Interesting.
It's amazing.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try this one. I'm not going to say the name of it. What is this?
So this is a Viognier.
Viognier, okay.
And Marin is a winemaker in Paso, but she is originally from Lockwood. Oh, I gave you a lot. You're going to have to drink. She is originally from Lockwood, and incredibly, she drew this label.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
She actually draws all of her labels.
That I would pick this wine because that's how I pick my wines, by the label.
So she draws all of her labels, and all of them are dedicated to her Lockwood history, to where she grew up. So she grew up on a vineyard. Her parents were vineyard owners, and of course they put her to work, right? Free labor. And what happened was she used to get upset that she would do all of this work to harvest and then didn't know where it went afterwards. And that was her drive to become a winemaker. So she's been to New Zealand, she's done harvests in Australia, and then she came back and settled in Paso and is obviously doing amazing things.
Doing great, and I love things that, are a little bit exclusive. Okay, so what does a Viognier, what should it taste like? What's it compared to?
So a Viognier is beautiful. It is beautiful. That's all right, it's a tough one. And you know what, you're saying it a lot closer than a lot of other people say it. But the thing about Viognier and why she picked it was because of the aromatics.
Oh, okay.
So it's very, very aromatic. So it kind of draws you in as soon as you get it.
Yeah, it is.
But it's very fruity. It
smells fruity.
Yes.
And if you can tell, my allergies right now, and I can still smell it.
So it's nice. It's a nice thing for a Fresno, right?
Oh, yeah.
For the temperatures of Fresno, it's refreshing.
I love when you come because if I'm going to go for a white, I always do Pinot Grigio just because I'm
expanding those horizons.
But this is a great wine. This is so perfect for Fresno because it's hot, and this is just, it's light and fruity, and this is a good, I don't know, sit by the pool.
Sit by the pool. How about Thai food?
Oh yeah.
Right? This is amazing with Thai food.
I love spicy food. So yeah, this would be perfect, and it's not too sweet. I'm not a big fan of Moscatos or Rieslings because they're very sweet, but this would be perfect.
This is a drier wine. It will cut through that heat of the Thai food so that you can just go back for more. And the aromatics just bring you in, right?
So where can we find this wine? Do we have to go to Paso?
No. So Marin has you can buy it at marinsvineyard.com, and it's nice and easy to find. She ships it right to you, so it's really easy. And you get an award-winning wine.
So she does about 600 cases. Is that what you 700 cases?
About 600 cases.
Let's compare it to a wine that maybe everybody drinks, I don't know.
So let's go to your Sauvignon Blancs, right? So Kim Crawford, right?
Everybody loves Kim Crawford.
Like millions.
Oh my goodness.
It's big time. It's big time. So she is what we would call a micro winery or a boutique winery.
Yeah.
Actually, this is also a boutique winery, but this
Just a little bit bigger.
micro. Yeah. So, and that's the wonderful thing about Paso is there's so many of these small boutique wineries. We're at like 300-ish.
Okay.
And the amazing thing is almost, well, I don't want to say all of them, but many of them have women involved. And that's amazing.
That is amazing.
Paso, right?
And Epic is also from Paso and also a woman winemaker behind it. So what kind of wine do we got here?
So this is Jordan Fiorenti, and she grew up with her dad collecting wine, and that's why she fell in love with wine.
Okay.
And her dad actually wanted to plant a vineyard. She was from Georgia.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, not like a big, not big wine country over there.
No. So she grew up with her dad wanting to do it. So she kind of fell in love with wine. She went to school to be an engineer.
Okay.
But she was like, I'm too artistic.
So,
you know?
but smart.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, very smart, right? And so she decided she wanted to be a winemaker. So she went to the UC Davis, got through the master's program in there. And then she traveled also. She actually got an internship in Italy.
Oh, wow.
Which is where she met her husband. But I guess dad wanted her back.
Brought him back, all right.
So they came back and she worked on his vineyard. And then she came to Paso and met Bill and Liz Armstrong, who are the owners of Epic.
Okay.
And the name Epic, it means a point in time.
Yeah.
And they're both geologists.
All right.
So it kind of makes sense.
I like it.
So her first vintage was 2010, and this wine, this estate red blend wine, made the top 25. She actually was number 25 on Wine Spectator's list.
I can't believe these ladies are so good. Like,
they are
right out of the
amazing.
gate.
We
It's
rock
crazy.
it, right?
I know.
They are rocking it. And so this wine you can find on pretty much every wine list.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a lot easier to find. And this is still only about 7,000 cases.
So still small.
Still small.
All right, let's try this one.
So this is Epic Red Blend. Okay.
I love blends.
And the beautiful thing about this is they call it a snapshot of vineyards.
Okay.
So it takes the vineyards and it really just highlights what the vineyard is.
Oh, smells good.
And this wine has so much history behind it, or this winery. So Ignacy Peteruski, who is this famous Polish pianist, he came to Paso because I guess he wasn't feeling well, so he wanted to soak in the mineral springs, the hot springs of Paso, and then just never left. He's a smart guy. He stayed.
Lots of people who came to California did that.
And so he stayed there, and he planted the Peteruski vineyard, which is one of the first vineyards. And it was Durif, which is Petit Syrah, and Zinfandel.
You brought in a Petit Syrah, I think, last time.
Last time, I think, two times ago. Yes. And so this is a historical vineyard site. Additional history is the York brothers who came in, Andrew York came and planted one of the first vineyards and the first winery on the Cal Coast. And the brothers made the wine for Peteruski.
Oh my God.
Then Prohibition hit.
Uh-oh.
Right? But then it came back and they replanted it. Epic came back and they replanted it. And they have this beautiful house, the York House, on the property, which was condemned during the earthquake, San-Simeon earthquake. But they rebuilt it, and when they were in there, it was haunted.
It's haunted.
It's a haunted house.
So we got a little haunted wine here.
So Jim York was the person who was there. They had like the clairvoyant person come in and everything to do this, and it was Jim York who was in there who was tasting.
This one's delicious too.
Right?
What should I be tasting?
Okay, so one of the things I always say is I'll never tell you what to drink, but I'll always share what's in my glass. And taste-wise, everybody's palate is different. But we have, it's a blend of Syrah, Grenache, so it's always Syrah.
It feels a little dry on the palate to me, which I like.
Yes, absolutely. So the Syrah is, you are. The Syrah is a bigger wine, right? And then the Grenache is a softer wine, so it kind of brings in a little delicacy to it, a little flower, a little, and then it has Tempranillo and Zinfandel. Okay, so again, so all of these wines that are this patchwork of the vineyard site, they put a little bit different tag
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it. So like when you first taste it, you might get the Syrah,
Yeah.
then the Tempranillo comes in.
And I feel like as I talk to you more, I kind of understand my palate a little bit more. And so as you learn, you taste wines differently.
Absolutely.
Which is why we love to have you on. So
Oh,
thank you so much for sharing these with us.
And
We
I
always
just would love to share
Yeah,
one last
absolutely.
thing. So Jordan is very much involved in women in the wine industry, and she is part of Dream Big Darlings for the last 10 years. And this is a program that helps develop females in the business and the wine industry. So I wanted to make sure I got that out there because she's very proud of that, and it's a huge thing to help females get into the beverage industry.
That's fabulous. Well, we always love when you come and you always share such treasures from the wine industry. Lori Budd, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everybody else, stay right there. Happy Wine Wednesday. We'll be right back.